Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part 5 of cooking out of our freezer. Today we have a super easy one. It's a Friday night. We're tired. I've been working all day. Ben was streaming all day, so we're just going for a simple one. So we got some leftover ground beef. I did weigh it. It's only about a half a pound, but we're just going to make some hamburger helper today. So these boxes always call for a pound of ground beef, but I didn't want to use a whole pound. We're trying to make our stuff stretch here. So we're going to make the hamburger helper with a half pound. It's super easy. So we cook the meat in the skillet, make sure there's no oil in it, and drain it if need be. I meant fat, not oil. You add in water, seasoning mix, and pasta, bring to a boil. Reduce heat, cover, and simmer until the pasta's cooked. And then you mix in your cheese sauce and eat. So let's go ahead and cook up the meat and just get this rolling. We're going to heat up the pan here. It's a little wet. I did just clean it. We don't really have a better pan for making a pasta skillet, so we're using this one. Looks dirty. We tried to clean it. We've scrubbed it. We've used brushes. We've used like pizza stone scrapers and everything, but it's not that bad, actually. I'm making a big deal out of nothing. So once that heats up in just a minute here, we're going to add in a little bit of oil, mix in our meat, and start cooking it up. Season with salt, pepper, onion, garlic, and then start throwing everything together. I find that I repeat myself numerous times in these series, and I'm so sorry about it. You know me, we can't make a dinner without some onion. So we are going to slice up a little bit and dice it up. We're going to throw it in with our ground beef at the end, just before we throw in the pasta. Just a little extra flavor, a little texture. I'm sure you all know how I dice my onions by now. And that should be plenty. You might add in a little bit of chopped garlic as well. We'll see. I think that sounds good. We're going to add just a splash of olive oil to the pan. Really, this ground beef doesn't have a hard, or it doesn't stick very much, but I just prefer to have a little bit of oil in there just to be safe. And we're going to throw in our ground beef. And we are going to season with our staples. I got some meat on the stove. But I season everything with, what should I call this? The Fantastic Four, because we just watched the Fantastic Four. How about that? Salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I use that for every meat as a basis, and you can add more if you'd like as you cook. Now that the meat's done cooking, we're going to add in our diced onions and a little bit of chopped garlic. And we'll only cook this for about a minute or two because the water will cook it the rest of the way. We are now going to add in 2.5 cups of water. Add in our pasta. And then add in our seasoning mix. Oh, I got it all over the freaking stove. So we're going to bring this up to a boil, and then it's going to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until the noodles are cooked. Typically, I have to do a little bit longer than that. For some reason, whatever the box says, it never is actually correct in my opinion. But we will bring this up to a boil here. It is up to a boil. So we are going to cover it with the lid here and simmer. We're going to do 10 minutes and then see what it's like after 10 minutes. Ooh, there's a little noodle stuck. We are going to reduce heat to about a medium low. You want to simmer it on low. 10 minutes. We'll probably stir it once or twice just to make sure all the noodles are being cooked properly, but that's it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a stir. Sometimes I feel like if you added a pound of ground beef, it would almost be too much. I think this looks perfect in my opinion. It's like a good mix. Then we also won't have too many leftovers to where we can't eat them either. Put it back on, and we have about, it says 5 more minutes on it. We'll check it maybe 3 just to be safe, but I think it'll need the full 10. I just tested it after that last clip, and it's actually almost ready to go. So I'm just going to kick it to a high heat for a minute to burn off a little bit of the liquid. And then we have our saucy, cheesy packet that we're going to add in right here. I usually do at least half of it. Sometimes I don't like to do the full amount. But then we're done. We're ready to eat. Turn it down just so it doesn't burn. We're really supposed to turn it off. I'll just turn it off here. Now we add in the fake cheese. We'll do like that much, and then we'll see kind of what it tastes like. I don't like to put the full thing in if possible. It's like really wet. It did not absorb as much water as I thought it was going to. See, that looks like plenty of cheese to me. I don't think you have to add that whole packet. That's crazy. We'll give it a little taste test just to make sure. Nothing sticking to the bottom. We're good there. Maybe just a tad more. That's good. Mix it in and we're ready to serve. That's dinner. Super quick and easy today. Very convenient. Who doesn't love a good hamburger helper? Here we have our bowl of hamburger helper. I'm going to do something that I typically do. I didn't ask if Ben wanted this or not, so I'm just putting it on my own. But I add taco seasoning sometimes to it. So it gives it a little extra flavor, a little bit of zing. So you could really just make taco meat and then make hamburger helper with some taco meat. Cheers. Sometimes I'll do the taco meat with just a normal mac and cheese too. Throw it in and make your own hamburger helper. If you want just a cheap box of Kraft or something, that works nicely. But so easy, and we're done. So I'm about to go devour this. Thank you all for following along on our cooking videos here. I hope you'll stick around and experience more.